Education Secretary Arne Duncan spent some time at Fern Creek High School to talk about how reforms have changed teaching and learning.
This is our literary analysis. It's called Campfire. And what we do, this is a food lit class. I'm a former chef.
It was an incredible honor to have Arne Duncan here today. It's always nice to have visitors. It's always nice to have community members come in, parents come in, any visitor who comes into the classroom, just to see how great our kids are here and how great our family is here at Fern Creek High School.
This is a school that has struggled in the past. Let's be very honest about it. This is a school that, relative to most other high schools in the state or in the community, wasn't doing fantastic. And this is a journey. It's a destiny, not there yet, but it, by any measure, is making real improvements. So I'd love to hear what's working, what's not. You talked about stability of teacher leadership. That's so important. Having a principal stay the course and be invested and know the community, not be bouncing job to job. We don't see any great schools without fantastic principals, so thank you so much for the help.
I'm David Jones. I'm chair of the board, the school board of ed local.
How's things going?
Things are going good. We're making a lot of progress.
We do this thing called the Curiosity Plus Challenge, and it's where you take something you're very, very passionate about and you turn it into a challenge.
We got to share experiences with him and talk about food lit and show the world what it's like here at Fern Creek.
We're like a family. We're not just a classroom where you come together.
Say, what if? What can the school be?
I hope that he's able to see a little, some about the multidisciplinary approaches that we're taking here at Fern Creek High School, the way that it's about our staff working together, the hard work that we all are putting in, the ways that we're all staying late to work with students, the ways that we're working in professional learning communities.
After crunching like ice, she opens her big mouth to prove it.
And we like to say that our classroom is like a big dinner table, where knowledge moves around and where everyone shares.
I think she's too young to understand that. I think they live in a poor condition.
And it's due to our administration here at Fern Creek High School, who has allowed for this type of innovation, and also due to deciding as educators that we need to take on challenges, and that when we do, and when we trust our students, and when we also challenge our students in incredible ways, big things can happen.
I'm always very clear, our money is a tiny, tiny, tiny piece of this. Have to be a tiny part of this, but what you guys are doing is what's really making a difference. Again, we'd love to hear what's working, what's not, and what can we do to be a better partner going forward. So thank you.
Fern Creek correspondent Cole Dodd gives us the student perspective of Secretary Duncan's visit.
Fern Creek's proficiency scores continue to rise, and federal officials are taking notice.
Just to see the commitment of the teachers and the principals, to see how hard all the students are working, is pretty remarkable.
Mayor Greg Fisher and Kentucky Education Commissioner Terry Holliday are eager to show their support.
You know, I think the biggest thing is the positive culture here at Fern Creek. We have teachers who are staying, they're not leaving Fern Creek, and we have great students who were not successful in other schools that are being very successful at Fern Creek.
Duncan and other officials met with administrators, teachers, and selected students to hear how they contributed to the progress of the school.
The teachers have systems in place to make sure these students are successful. So if we continue to model this year after year with incoming freshmen, transition out of sophomores to juniors, getting them ready for the ACT, I believe our school will continue to rise.
It doesn't cost any money to have highly effective professional learning communities. It doesn't cost money to do academic advising. It doesn't cost money to provide intervention to our kids during the school day.
For our kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Cole Dodd.